Todd's turn to serve. Ooh, get a little lucky off that tape. Jansen goes for the tape twice. Good eye by Parenteau. Let's back this up. Okay, serve, middle of the box. I point that out a lot in these videos and was like, why am I pointing that out? Because a lot of people in the amateur levels, 3-0, 3-5, 4, 4-5, are getting super aggressive with their serves these days, as if they're almost playing singles when they're playing doubles. And I just want you to see from the pros care about never missing. You never want to miss a serve. And so they're not actually hitting it that unbelievably deep in the box. They're not putting that much unbelievable pace on it. They are getting the points started to battle the rest of the way. Jansen didn't hit it that deep on her back. That's perfectly fine. The goal of a serve is to get the kind of return you want in pickleball. It's not to hit an ace. Okay, as we see once again, Parenteau overruns this, is now on split stepping, but really coming back. I think she's going to probably make adjustments probably either later this game or in game 2 when she's been overrunning almost every ball here. Good get by Parenteau there. Now we're into a dink battle. It was a surprisingly high redirect by Parenteau that Jansen isn't attacking. Once again, Jansen and Irvine are staying well off the kitchen line and leaving the middle very open. This is not normal doubles form. And I'm not exactly sure what the idea here was. I mean, I guess what she was trying to do was take it down the baseline, but to hit it that high doesn't even get even that close. She's definitely not doing a drop or a lob. Sorry, I didn't mean a drop, I meant a lob. If she had lobbed this ball, where she would want to take it, she would want to cross over the backhand side of Parenteau and put it somewhere in here and or going this direction. Also, not the greatest opportunity to do that. But yeah, she just side swipes it. Let me just see if there's anything else in this. No. Unfortunately, there's not just a mental error on just that is a bad decision. So let's just analyze, like, what should she have done? So let's point out a couple of good things she does. We're talking about Irvine. She's here. She's ready. Her paddle's in a good position. We've got a lot of things going right for her. And the ball's now crossing over. She sidesteps and goes back at the angle. That's the big thing I want you to see. So she sidestepped. Her feet are now at this angle. Whereas before, I'll just back it up again. See how they were this way. And then she gets them to a 45. So she gets her body turned to be able to use her left leg. She loads onto the left leg. The ball obviously is in her body. And so at this point, the area that you really don't want to hit it, unless you're going to hit it extremely soft and you need to very much open up that paddle face, is you don't really want to hit the ball here. And you say, but that's their backhand. Why would I want to go there? Because that's where the Ernie comes from, and they'll just jump the kitchen line. And so this is the most dangerous spot, the blue right here. That's kind of the most dangerous spot. So I'm just going to mark this as a red X. We're going to say, okay, we don't want to go there. Okay, so where do we want to go? Well, where we do want to go is we want to just go back into this middle area because, one, if we get it to the middle area, that would either make Parenteau move to the right, which would give us space and for her to hit her forehand, or it's going to go to the backhand of Todd. So the thing is what you can, when you're doing this, and this happens in every pickleball game, when you're a little bit off balance, you're going back, it's your forehand, you're aiming for this person's leg right here. That's the easiest, safest place to say, okay, I'm going to put it at that person's leg and see what they can do. And that allows you to come back, get in better position. Going and trying to hit this ball and go all the way from here, very aggressive and also dangerous because you're getting the ball up. And now everything from here over is Todd's forehand. And so that's why that is not the ideal place to put it. So the ideal thing to do in this situation is to put it at Todd's left leg. But the other thing that I just want to point out, what Irvine, she's made, this is her second mistake on this, is realizing where she's at on the court. She's off balance, falling backwards. I know it's her forehand, but she's on defense. Your opponent hit a good dink. Realize what you wanted. Did her opponent did she force her opponent to hit a pop-up yet? No. So let's look right here. So she's sitting here, Jansen hits this ball, and that's not a pop-up, right? So in Irvine's mind should be that they have not accomplished their goal. What is your goal when you are dinking? To hit shots that get your opponent to pop it up to you. Do not attack a ball until you have accomplished your goal of getting your opponent to hit a pop-up, something that is attackable. You're just letting them off the hook. You guys made it up to the kitchen. You're now theoretically neutral right here. It's essentially neutral. Jensen's a little bit back. I don't like how far off the line Jensen's playing. I know she's tall. But you haven't gotten what the point is, and therefore when you try and shorthand it, you make mental errors like this because you're thinking attack on balls you shouldn't attack on. And I know that ball kind of floats up a little bit high, and from this camera angle, it looks like it might barely be above the knee, but this is essentially attacking a very, very low yellow ball, most likely a red ball, and therefore it floats long, doing an attack on a bounce dink. We normally keep track of those in these videos, and with that, this would be 1 attempt, 0 on the success rate. I'm not just exactly sure that that's what she was really trying to do on this one. Okay, let's move on to the next point.